Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful, what's today? Thursday? Happy Thursday. I hope you're ready. We have a lot of Vanderpump Rules updates that we'll be breaking down what's been going on with filming, what's going on with Raquel Levis, and what's going on in my life. Because get ready. We are doing a members only live after this. I hope you're right. I have the big glass of wine out, the big glass of Dry Farm wines. I hope you're ready for it. Let's get it, get it. Oh, hi, it's me, Zack Peter, pop culture junkie, reality TV insider, published author, and host of the No Filter with Zack Peter podcast. Here I'll bring you all the latest news on the Real Housewives, deep dives into celebrity legal scandals, and unfiltered combos with your favorite stars. I've got you covered, and yes, I always keep receipts. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest tea. Now, let's dive in. Hello, Instagram. Hello, the YouTube. I never love the angle on this Instagram. It's just never like the vibe, right? It's always like I look like I have bingo arms and I'm 1,200 pounds. It's just never a cute angle. But anyway, welcome on in. Listen, today, guys, I have out the big glass of Dry Farm wines. You know, I love Dry Farm wines. Clean, no sugar, no added junk, no dyes. dryfarmwines.com/Zack, Z-A-C-K, dryfarmwines.com/Zack. Go stock up. They ship right to your door. It's delicious. But I brought out the big glass because we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to get updated on. Thank you for telling me I look so fabulous. Let me know what please in the comment, write out your first name and where you're watching from. There we go. Maisel on your news from NYC. Let's get it. Maisel, NYC. Guys, I'm going to be in NYC, City Winery, New York City, July 26th. I'm hoping that we can I'm hoping that we can announce our special guest. We also are going to be doing a tea spilling panel at the New York show as well, like we did at our LA show when we had Evan Reel and Steven and Jeff. We're going to be doing a New York tea spillers panel, and we have Danny Murphy from the Virtual Reality podcast for Page 6. And we have Emily from the Housewives Nightcap podcast for Access Hollywood. So we'll do a panel with them, and then we'll have a special guest, a very fun special guest that'll be joining us on stage, maybe more than one, you never know. So get ready, July 26th, get your tickets at nofilteredlive.com. How is everybody? Hi, guys. We have Jackie from Australia. Hi, Jackie. Oh, yeah, Jackie from Australia. Sherry from Ohio. Stevie from Sacramento. Someone from San Diego who didn't write their first name. Steph from Wisconsin. Tori from South Florida. Zerlina from Vancouver. Okay. Are we ready? Aloha from Hawaii. Hi, Russ from New Hampshire. Okay, guys, are we ready to dive in 2D? So much has been going on. I did want to give a little shout out very quickly to my friend Jess. She just launched a new podcast. It's called Finding Fire Island. So if you guys know of Fire Island or in New York, Jess has been on the podcast a million times. Love her. She's going to come back, and I think we're going to do like a new Roni breakdown, and we're going to talk about it because she lives in New York, so she's coming to the New York show on July 26th. But I want to get her take on like because she's like the biggest Real Housewives of New York fan, so I want to see what she feels about this new Real Housewives of New York vibe. I just got screeners for the first 3 episodes. I haven't watched them yet because I literally just got them today because there are so many big moves happening. I have some very big and exciting announcements for No Filter that are going to be coming, but I can announce. Sorry, guys. I know I'm making this all about me, and you hate when I make about me, but it's my podcast, so give me 5 minutes. I just signed with a new management team, which I'm very excited about because so many things have been moving and grooving over the past week. Last week was fucking hell for me, and it was like just one punch after another. And then coming into this week, Monday morning, I woke up and I was like drinking my coffee on the roof and just like taking a deep breath. And I was like, listen, I'm just going to let it all go. I'm going to trust the universe, and I'm just going to release and not try to control anything, not react to anything, just kind of breathe and get through, whatever this week has to bring. And it's been like one door after another and one thing after another. So I'm excited that I'm now with DS Management, David Shahar, who used to know back at when he was at Abrams, is now representing me, and we're going to make some magic happen. And there's a lot that we have in the works that I'm so excited about. So stay tuned. I know Bravo just announced BravoCon tickets are happening, and they're going to officially go on sale July 21st. So get your BravoCon tickets. You never know who you're going to see at BravoCon. Remember, I always said if I was going to go to BravoCon, it had to be worth it to go to BravoCon. So get ready. BravoCon sounds like it's going to be fun. Who doesn't want to go to Vegas? I enjoy going to Vegas. I'm going to Vegas in August for Erica Jane's show. I'm breaking news. I ain't scared of shit. I'm fabulous. I'm flaunting it. I'm fabulous. I'm flaunting it. I'm still hot. I'm still hot. So yeah, get ready. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Okay, where do we want to start? Because there's so much that's happened in Vanderpump Land. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you for the super sticker, my love. How much were tickets last year? Expensive. It's expensive to be me. But listen, it's a 3-day event. I think they have like day passes as well. So we'll see. We shall see. But just expect some fun. Did you find out what Heather actually said? Yes, Shabbows. Heather and I have been in touch. We're going to be doing a pod crossover soon. She never said that. So whoever was saying that she was talking smack was lying, or they were just starting some drama. They were starting some beef. So no, Heather and I are good. We're going to do a podcast crossover soon. We laughed about it. We're like, oh my God, the lies. I just moved to Vegas. Woo, woo. Okay, last year it was $1,200 for the 3-day pass plus add one. 3 days plus plus add-ons. Sorry. I'm going in August and October debating for BravoCon. Congrats, Zack. VIP 3 days, $1,200. GA 3-day is $550. Nothing posted for day tickets yet. Okay, interesting. So individual tickets might come later. I feel like they added that in as like a later add-on, right? Okay, so there you go. It's probably going to be about $1,200. I mean, it's not New York, it's Vegas. I feel like Vegas is a little more affordable because of the competition versus New York. New York things are a little higher. I mean, well, actually, I feel like Vegas has gotten a lot more expensive in the past couple of years. It's normally been like, but yeah. I went last year and need to save this year. Well, I mean, listen, now you know. When will you talk about Pump Rules? Right now, Suze. Right now. Suze is like, shut the fuck up and talk about Vanderpump Rules. Okay, Suze, I wanted to let the people come in. Let me have my moment, Suze. Jesus. Come on. Okay, Suze says, come on. Okay, shit. Sorry. Okay, let's see. So Sandoval was just recently seen breaking down filming the new season of Vanderpump Rules in front of Ariana. So this week was the first time Tom and Ariana take your moment. Thank you. Shar. Thank you. Suze says, don't have a moment. Suze says, this is my moment. So I'm going to give Suze her moment. So Tom Sandoval, all of the cast was at SUR on Tuesday night filming for the first time all together. They filmed like little bits. We've seen Sandoval film with Schwartz a couple of times. They've gotten heated. We've seen Sandoval go and film with Lisa Vanderpump. We saw Lisa Vanderpump have most of the cast together for the closing of Pump. So the only one that wasn't there on Tuesday was Rocky Bang Bang. Raquel has not yet. I don't know if she's not yet come out of the mental facility. I don't know if she's hiding somewhere, if she's at her parents' house. Nobody knows where she's at. She's lost in the Bermuda Triangle right now. Nobody knows. And frankly, I don't know how many people really care. But Tom Sandoval finally was in the same room as Ariana. They didn't have any actual like FaceTime together. They avoided each other, or she avoided him. And it seems like most of the other cast members avoided him as well, because he was there, but he was seen filming with his friend Kyle Chan, who I believe is he's the jeweler. You see him all the time. You literally see him like on all of their Instagrams. He does the jewelry. And so are they still living together? I believe they're technically still living under the same roof, but they like intermit and try to avoid each other and have people that like go between so that they don't necessarily run into each other, and they avoid each other for the most part. But the crazy thing is, this is the first time they've been cameras up together since the reunion. So producers probably were trying to make something happen. Or hoping something would happen. But Ariana seems very strong in her, like, I don't want anything to do with him. If I have to film with him, I'm not going to film with him. I'm not going to talk to him. I'm not going to engage with him. Good. Stick to your guns, girl. He did you wrong. So Ariana's refusing to film with him. He was seen crying to Kyle. So he seems to be like in some sort of distraught, energy space, headspace, whatever. Because then later in the night, he was then seen with Sheena in the back alley of Sir, or at least it looked like the back alley, because Backgrid got a video that TMZ ended up publishing, and it's Sandoval and Sheena, and they were having it out, right? And Sheena like says something about him, this wouldn't have happened if you weren't fucking Raquel, something to that effect, right? And so I'm thinking maybe he was like, I feel isolated. I feel like I'm on the outs. I feel like my friends don't talk to me. I feel like my friends don't want anything to do with me. And she's like, well, that wouldn't have been the case if you weren't out fucking Raquel behind everybody's back. So had an emotional breakdown with Kyle, then had some, sort of beef fight altercation with Sheena outside, and she gets mad and she throws her hands up and she walks out and she's like, I'm done with you. So it seems like he was trying to like use Sheena to get back in with the group, and she was willing to hear him out, but because Sheena knows how to do her job, and Sheena's like, listen, I want a paycheck. So yeah, I'm going to film with Sandy Balls. And Sandy Balls left with his balls still sandy because nobody was willing to actually engage with him. So even though he was also at Sir with all of the other Vanderpeeps, they didn't give a shit to interact with him. But you know who is interacting with him is Billy Lee. And Billy Lee was just spotted with him yesterday, Wednesday or Thursday. I believe it was Wednesday, actually. Hanging out with Billy Lee, celebrated his birthday with him. Billy was there, taking the cake. Happy birthday. I don't know if she's saying, but I would just imagine. Happy birthday to you. I saw her on Instagram, someone's Instagram story where they showed her bringing the cake out. So Billy Bang Bang is literally, living her best life with Tom Sandoval as his only friend, which makes me wonder, are we going to get Billy back on the show this season? Are we going to be seeing her again? Because that seems to be the only person that's willing to hang out with Sandy Balls. Thank you, Brittany. Hit the like button, guys. Yes, thank you, Brittany, for that reminder. Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Moto Coco says he expects everyone to forgive, and the fake tears, fake feelings, even his version, he convinced himself that that's how bad Ariana was. Shocked no one is just letting it go. Oh, he's shocked no one is just letting it go. Yeah, I think that's his sentiment of like, we've all cheated. We've all made mistakes. Why are my mistakes worse than everybody else's mistakes? Well, it's because like you're fucking grown. You're an 40-year-old. I almost said 80. You're a 40-year-old man. You're grown. Like, come on. Every time I say Sandy Balls, take a drink. I mean, listen, if you're drinking, let me know what you're drinking. I'm drinking some Dry Farm wines. No sugar, low carb, lower calorie, delicious. You can stock up. Oh, actually, if you stock up, you get your first bottle for just a penny. I forgot. I keep forgetting to tell people that if they go to my link, which is dryfarmwines.com/Zack, ZACK, they get their first bottle of wine for a penny. So get your penny bottle of wine at dryfarmwines.com/Zack. In one video, Billy is like, your nails aren't cool. What? They are fucking dope. Doing the most. Yeah, Billy is doing the most. We have a watermelon Moscato. That sounds sweet. Chardonnay, that is very Heather McDonald. Sleepy time tea. Oh, okay. Well, it's better than smooth move tea. The Bravo Babe is here. Bravo Babe is here. Bravo Babe. We need to have the Bravo Babe do another live with me sometime. I would love that. I'm not gonna lie, the exact same glass. Yay! Cheers, Chris. Listen, like I said, there's a lot to celebrate today, so we're gonna celebrate. I need Dry Farm wines. Love it, Zack. Thank you, Moto Coco. Woo woo. Okay, so what else? So, Rocky Bang Bang, because everyone's like, what's going on with her? Is she coming back to Vanderpump Rules? Can we clarify all of the Rocky Bang Bang of it all? So I think this kind of ran wild on the internet the other day because people were under the assumption, and I think because production and producers were under the assumption, and the cast was under the assumption that Raquel is supposed to film at the upcoming Lake Tahoe all cast trip that's coming up next week. As of right now, because listen, when they plan these things out, especially if it's a trip, not just an event, they have to plan who's going to be there, what are the logistics going to be. Usually, production has to rent a hotel room or cabin or whatever the case may be, however it's going to be. It's literally, yeah, I prefer to call her Rocky Bang Bang over Rachel anyway. I just think Rachel's basic. So they have to plan these things in advance. So if Raquel's going to be there, they have to plan for Raquel to be there, right? They have to know what producers are going to be on Raquel. They have to make sure her mic is ready, like all of these logistics pieces that they have to prepare for. So usually they plan these things in advance. So I was under the impression that production and cast were under the impression that Raquel was supposed to begin filming next week. And I believe it's because the network feels like they're very confident that Raquel is going to sign her contract going into next week, right? So Now it looks like Rocky Bang Bang and her team are trying to stall because they want to get as much money as they can. And so what I think it is that the network is willing to offer them a contingency contract, not a guaranteed contract, which means there's not a set number of money that she's going to be guaranteed to make because they've changed the model. Before it used to always be about you get a seasonal salary, you get, this is the number you're making for the season, right? That has since changed because we've had reality stars like Lisa Vanderpump who quit halfway through the season. Then you have reality stars like Nene Leakes who didn't film at the beginning of a season and skipped several episodes. So when that happens, they had to shift the model from a seasonal rate to a episodic rate to a per scene rate. Everybody's contract is different, right? Because they all negotiate different terms for I think we would assume that most housewives have the same contracts, but they really don't. A lot of people have different terms that are actually worked into their contracts. I think the only instance, like more recently, but I guess this isn't even that recent, was like New Jersey, Housewives of Jersey season 4, season 5, when there was a favored nations clause and they were all forced to like make the same amount, and the network kind of had to pay them all the same amount. And then I think contracts shifted. So hourly, not salary. Yeah, basically, that's a great way to put it. They want to now, and this isn't just specific to Housewives or Bravo or Vanderpump. This is kind of becoming an industry standard, right? Is that they pay you for the time that you give. And I think it's because a lot of people end up joining these shows and not all of them are bringing the same amount. That's why a lot of these new housewives are like the Jackie housewives of New Jersey. They get these friend of contracts. That's essentially what a contingency contract is. If you do well, it's the same contract that they offered like Caroline Manzo or Jacqueline Larita, to return to Real Housewives of New Jersey. It's like, if you do well, if you engage enough with the cast, if the cast likes you enough, if your storyline develops well enough, then we'll upgrade you and you'll get more money. But for the most part, it's kind of like pay to play, right? And so I don't think Rocky's team wants her to pay to play. I think they want to guarantee that she's either going to get a set number of episodes, a set number of scenes, or just a set number of, payment that she's going to receive. And the network doesn't seem to be willing to do that because I think the network also realizes, or production realizes, that like they don't really need Raquel, but if they can bring her in and it develops into something, then that's basically what it's based. So to really bring it down to housewives terms, it's basically like an OG housewife being offered a friend of contract and saying, if you do well, we'll upgrade you to full time. If you don't do well, you'll stay a friend of. That's basically the best way to explain the contingency versus the guarantee. And Rocky Bang Bang's like, no, I want to hold a diamond. And they're like, yeah, but we don't really need you. Listen, and that's not to say that Rocky Bang Bang didn't have a very important role in Sandoval last season. But prior to that, everyone's like, she was the whole season. She was the whole season. It's like, yes, but you also take away from the fact that like the reason we were interested in Raquel pursuing Schwartz is because of the relationship between Katie and Tom. Right? Their history, their stakes, the stakes in their relationship and the stakes in their friendship because of their divorce is what made Raquel's piece so much more compelling. Same thing with Tom and Ariana. If Tom and Ariana hadn't actually been together for as long as they have, if Ariana didn't befriend Raquel and defend her for so many seasons, the stakes wouldn't have been there and it wouldn't have been as compelling. So you can't take away all of those other pieces. You have to factor all of it in, and all of those pieces matter in this case. And I think Raquel was more, I don't know if collateral damage is the right word, but she was more of like the one of the dominoes that happened. Well, I guess she was an important piece, but again, I don't know how important she is to the story overall because the story has always followed the Vanderpump Rules, friendships, their relationships. And I don't think she has any relationships left with anybody. It's like a housewife when they've burned all their bridges, like Brandi Glanville, when she burned all her bridges and was no longer friends with all of the cast and nobody wanted to film with her. It's like, yeah, because you burned all your bridges. And so it doesn't make sense for you to come back. So in this case, I don't know how much sense it makes to bring Raquel back full time. Also, she's coming out of a mental health facility. So she's going to come back all namaste. Why would we want to see a namaste? She was boring before. You think she's going to be any less boring now that she's healed after spending, 3 months in a mental health facility? Oh, yeah. But Jax Taylor came out and he's like, I don't think it's a good idea for her to come back. I mean, he essentially said that like it's not a healthy environment for anybody to go into. But I mean, of all people, Raquel, who had to spend 3 months in a mental health facility after one bad season. Dorit is slowly getting there. She's so boring. I think Dorit's just afraid of. She's afraid of like being on the audience bad side again because she was at the beginning and then she became a fan favorite and then now I feel like she's afraid of going back to that. And it's like, listen, the fans will beat you up hard, you know? Huge liability if Bravo brings her back and her mental capacity can't handle it. Yes, then I think that's another reason why they don't wanna give her a guarantee. They wanna give her a contingent a contract that's based on contingency because if something does go wrong, they wanna be able to cut her, and it sounds like her legal or not her legal team, her management team is like, "Nah, we want the money. If it's gonna be worth it, we want the money." But it's like, well, is her mental health the priority or is the money the priority? Mm. Jax being the voice of reason is hilarious, right? BravoCon question, why do you think there is no VIP option? Um, there is a VIP option, isn't there? I believe there's a VIP option and then a general admission option, and then there are the buy-ons, the add-ons. So I think the add-ons are really what make it a VIP experience because you buy the meet and greets, you buy, you know, whatever the special packages are that makes it more of a VIP experience. So it's not an all-inclusive VIP, it's more of an a la carte VIP. Pretty sure their liability waiver protects them. Yeah, they have pretty ironclad liability, clauses in the contracts, so I mean, listen, they cover their asses from every single angle, you know? The money to pay for the mental health treatment. You think that's what she's asking for money for, is to pay for the mental health treatment? No, she thinks she's a star. You have to buy the VIP, then add the meet and greet at the pay part. Oof, yikes. She's giving pick me vibes. I mean, listen, she feel the ego's big because she's, you know, everyone's making money right now. Here's the thing. Everyone decided to capitalize off of this scandal and work through it. She decided she was going to hide, you know, and go into a mental health care facility. Don't hate the player, hate the game. If you want to make some money, then you needed to be out there, you know, selling Pat the Puss on OnlyFans or, you know, doing signing some sort of endorsement deal. You're going to tell me all these reality shows that Sandoval and Schwartz and Ariana are all doing or the endorsement deals that the other girls have gotten. You're going to tell me none of those would have gone to Raquel if her team wasn't pitching her for any of that? Look at how many scandalous stars end up on these shows. They book like Ryan Lochte. They book, you know, all sorts of crazy reality stars that have had crazy worse scandals that they bring back on these shows to get people to watch. So listen, it's not like she was never going to get booked for anything, but it's like if you wanted the money, then make sure you got the money and you get the money when it's time to get the money if the money's the priority, you know? Pat the puss, snap, snap, pat the puss. Health insurance often pays for treatment. I mean, that too. Daddy pays for a mental health treatment. Listen, I don't know. Or maybe she really is, you know, I want to get better. I want to be a better person. Is that just for herself? If she wants to be a better person for herself, then the better thing to do is to be like, hey, reality TV in this crazy cuckoo world, not for me. I think if she really was just trying to work on herself, she'd realize reality television is not the realm for her. Sandoval hasn't really had anything since Scandoval, though, aside from Special Forces. I mean, he had his tour, and then he had Special Forces. Special Forces is a great, you know, um, example that, like, they're not canceled. They still can work, and they can still make a lot of money. He also did the Howie Mandel interview. What is Special Forces? Special Forces is Schwartz was a dumb bat on Stars on Mars. I mean, was he ever not a dumb bat? I'm just kidding. I love Schwartzy, but Schwartzy's like a Labrador, right? He's just like so sweet and playful and cuddly. Special Forces is it's like a boot camp style reality show where they take celebrities and they put them through this like intense military style training to see who's like the most resilient or whatever. What happened to the other show? Remember that one that Amazon announced? What was it, Amazon's Freebie with Jill Zarin and Reza Farahan and Kristen Doty and a bunch of other people, and they were all supposed to come on and compete to see who's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I don't know. We haven't heard anything about that show after all. Why can Lala do all these interviews but couldn't do your show? Listen, Mallory, that's a really good point. I've seen that recently. I think it's more of a politics thing, but yeah, I think it's more of yeah. Listen, it is what it is. Exactly. Zach, she has many issues from being adopted by her aunt, then being a pageant girl where all women girls compete. Yeah, so she has some deep issues. I agree. It was actually refreshing to see Schwartz on a show away from Sandy. I actually enjoyed Schwartz on Stars on Mars. I know people, other people had other feelings about it, but I actually quite enjoyed it. I've been trying so hard to get Charlie on, and she said she can't do any podcasts right now. Yeah, I think the only podcasts that they are allowed to do, or the only shows that they're allowed to do, are the ones that Bravo's booking specifically. Has Zach ever interviewed Reza? Yes, I've interviewed Reza, twice actually. So Lala mentioned missing on her podcast. She felt bad. Oh, that was sweet of her. I loved your show without Lala there. You did an amazing job. Thank you, Mallory. Listen, we did the best that we could. That's why I'm so scared about announcing our New York talent, but I actually think that we'll be okay with our New York special guest. I think it'll be good. And I'm making sure to cover our bases with this type of stuff moving forward so that we don't have another Bourbon Room Lala situation. I was sad when he left Stars on Mars. Yeah, you kind of want to root for him. Thanks, Zach, explaining, but I think Jax is the worst too. Tom cheated on Kristen with Ariana. What did she think? He wanted marriage, kids, and she told him to go somewhere else. Not necessarily. They kind of addressed that at my show last year at the Bourbon Room when they were all there. And Ariana's like, listen, Tom has never really told me, hey, I want to get married. I've been very clear that I don't want to get married, but Tom has never said, Ariana, I want to marry you. Will you marry me? Can we have that conversation? Right. So, that's one thing. And then how you get them is how you lose them. I know people like to throw that argument around there too, but it's like context matters with that, right? They were a lot younger. They were dumber. The stakes were a lot lower. I mean, yeah, he is a cheater, and that is a big red flag going into any sort of relationship with anyone. You always want to be aware of that because they can always cheat again. Um, but I just think his relationship with Kristen was so toxic in comparison to his relationship with Ariana, and it really felt like him and Ariana were going the distance. Sandoval definitely would have cheated on Ariana even if they got married and had kids because that's his go-to when he wants to get out of a relationship. Yeah, that seems like spot on. I've cheated before. I possibly have been cheated on and it happens, but we learn from it. Oh, thank you for sharing, Alicia. 9 freaking years, sorry, but how you get them is how you lose them isn't exactly plausible at that point. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think context and details matter. She had her eggs frozen and said that she will see what happens. Yeah, she was always very clear that, like, I don't want to get married right now. I don't want kids right now, but like, I want to keep my options open in the future. And listen, if that was a deal breaker for Sandoval, okay, cool. That was a deal breaker for Sandoval. So then leave. Be like, that's what I want, you know? Like for me, I wouldn't go into a relationship with somebody that didn't want kids because I want kids. And if you don't want kids, then I'm sorry, it's not going to work out. Deal breaker, swipe left. But when you're in love, I feel like people put up with dumb things longer than they normally would. That's true. Hi from Austin. Hi, Leslie from Austin. What up? Woo-hoo. Oh, we have a new member. Hi, Ellen. Welcome to the club, Ellen. So yeah, that's where Raquel's at. I assume that she will go into next week filming at the Lake Tahoe trip. She's not going to miss out on that. If this is her opportunity, because it's not about her mental health, and I don't even think it's about the money. I think she wants to get as much money as she possibly can, but I don't think Bravo is going to hold out much longer because the longer she holds out, the less part of the story they need her for because the season seems to be doing just fine without her already. So yeah. And also shout out to Vanderpump Rules because they got 2 Emmy nominations. I think one was like for outstanding unscripted program, and then the other one was for their editing. So good for them. Congrats to them. I think that they're gonna kill it. Okay, is there anything else to cover tonight? Let's see. We covered BravoCon. We covered all of the Vanderpump stuff. There's nothing new in Beverly Hills Land. I have to watch OC tonight. Oh shit, no, I have to watch OC tonight because I have to tape for The Ringer at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Yay! I have to tape and talk about OC at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Love when I have my early call times. If he wanted out, he should have just gone. Yeah, I agree. Puppy update. Puppy update. He's good. He's so fun. He had a bath today. Oh my God, you guys. I think I might get a second puppy. Skywalker has a brother that my brother was supposed to take in originally, and then my brother didn't take him in originally. Well, we have a potty break before members only. No, I think we'll just roll right into members only because we had a potty break right before this. So, and I think we're going to wrap up this live soon. So we'll just roll right into members only right after this. 6 a.m. Pacific time. Yes, 6 a.m. Pacific time. So early. But I think I want more kids, but I didn't want a husband. Let's collaborate. There we go. Yeah, he needs a buddy. You see? And his buddy, so of their litter, there were only 2 blondies, right? It was Sky and then his brother, Sullivan, like Monsters Inc. Sullivan. Because he was the biggest and he was just so precious. But so there were only 2 blondies because the other ones all had red hair like their dad, but there were only 2 blondies like their mom, and nobody wanted the blondies. And so the blondies ended up getting left to me and my brother, and my brother's like, I can't take him after all. And so I'm like, damn, am I gonna take him too? I'm gonna have two baby sharks. Well, actually, one's a baby shark and the other one's a baby buffalo because he's a big boy and he looks like a buffalo. So I don't know. We'll see. What did you think about the body cam footage of the police interaction with Kim and Court? Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I heard about it. I haven't dug into it yet, but I did hear about it. So I will have to look into that, and maybe I'll be able to have a better, you know, idea going into next week. It's much work if you have a dog in LA, though, if you don't have a yard, etc. I don't have a yard. I am in hopefully in the process of moving very, very soon. A baby polar bear. Oh my God, the baby polar bear. I love the baby polar bear. Oh my gosh, Mallory. He looks like a baby. I mean, he's not that blonde. He's a little more golden. Um, but yeah, the baby golden. Oh, so I have 3 dogs. I'm all for the pack. See, I'm just like, I live in downtown and 2 big doggies in downtown. I mean, I see people do it here all the time, and I'm moving into a much bigger apartment. So I'm like, maybe possible. What does your shirt say? Oh, my shirt says sandwiches over Sandoval. Hugs to you. Stay cool. Can you show your cutie? I would if he wasn't taking a nap, and I want the baby shark to sleep right now, or at least take a little nap while we're taping. Then I'll wake his ass up after. A true Zack Pack. Yes, Sharon, a true Zack Pack. That's so funny. Love the pup. You can do it. Yeah, because we want to keep them all in the family. Cheers. Sandwiches over Sandoval. Hi, buddy. Oh, you heard your name and you're like, I want to talk. Oh, hold on. No, no, not that. Okay. What's going on, bud? Hi. You need a little attention because you heard them talk about you? Hi. Hi, buddy. Oh, hi, baby. Just a good baby shark. Okay, you're getting so big, buddy. I know we want to do kisses, kisses, kisses because we need attention. I know, I know, I know. Okay, buddy. Down. Okay. All right. Okay. Down, bud. Down. Sky. Okay. Okay. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. That's a good baby. Okay. Sorry about that. Well, he's like, they want to see me. He's like, I heard that they want to see me. I know. You're such a precious baby. You're such a precious baby. Okay. I wish something about her would open. I believe they're supposed to open soon. What are we in July? I believe they were originally planning to open in July. And so, just tuning in. Congrats on the new management. Thank you. I'm so excited. You have no idea. Oh, my baby. I know, I know, I know. Okay, down, down, down. Hey, Sky. Down, bud. Down, down, down. We're in it. Okay. Hi, buddy. Okay, down, down. I know, but I know you want attention right now, but you need to let me work because if I can't work, then we're gonna be homeless, and then what are we gonna do? Who's gonna give you attention then? Oh, they'll still give you attention on the streets, huh? Because you're such a cutie. Okay, but this is what we've been dealing with this week. He's in the teenage phase, so he's in the let me test my boundaries phase, and lately he's in the let me climb on the couch phase, which we normally don't ever go on the couch. Congrats on the new management, and yes to a second pup. You've got this. Got to run. Thank you, Moto Coco. He reminds me of Rosie. She's a beagle. Oh, so cute. Need some merch for Sky. Do we need some Sky merch? Well, we're gonna have Sky and Sully. Oh my God, it's gonna be me, Sky, and Sully. I'm gonna have 2 big doggies, 2 big babies. Whew. New management. Congrats, my friend. Yes, new management. So excited. And lots more exciting announcements to come. Can't wait till I can announce them all. It's going to be really good. When I say 2023, we're going to live life. That we are. My boyfriend is in the same stage. I love that. Hold strong, Zach, enforce boundaries. Yes, I'm trying to hold strong and enforce the boundaries. That way we don't. See, that's why I didn't let him on the couch. And he's being such a good boy. Also, a new man in your life? No, there is not a new man in my life. There's definitely not a new man in my life. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Depends on how drunk I get, and then we might talk about that on members only. But okay, guys, I think we should wrap. We covered all of the news for the moment. How do I join your channel? If you are on a desktop, there should be a button underneath the video that allows you to join and become a member of the Zack Pack on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Give me about 2 minutes, and then I'll start the members only. That way we can dive in. Oh, did you just bump the camera? That way we can dive into all. See, this is why I need a bigger apartment. It's because it's not enough space for me and the Skywalker. The baby Skywalker. No, stay. I didn't call you buddy. Good boy. Hurry, Zach, take some shots, right? Whew. Oh, you want me to talk? You want me to mention? Oh, you're already a great fur. Oh, thank you guys. You're gonna be even greater with the second fur baby. I know, but it's like a big baby. They're not little babies. They're big babies. They're only 5 months old and they're so big. And Hazel and Sully's a lot bigger than Sky. Sky's the teeny tiny one and he's the big giant one. How do I join members only? Is it on YouTube? Yes, it's on YouTube, guys. There's a button below. If you're watching this, I don't think you're able to join using the mobile, using a mobile device, but if you go on your desktop, or I believe there's a link in the description so you can join. Welcome, Intergalactic Defender. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome. Don't do it. Stress. For stress, I have alcohol and Botox. So nothing stresses me out anymore. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining this week's live Thursday Night Live, Thursday. If you were playing our drinking game, I don't know which word you were going with, Rocky Bang Bang or Sandoval, but whichever it was, hopefully you got Liddy City and lived life tonight. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. I'll continue to post updates on the YouTube and on the Instagram, so be sure to subscribe and like. That way you get the content filtered up to your feed. Hit the little bell button. That way you can get it fresh in your notifications. If you're having trouble finding the members only link, if it's not in the description, there should be a button under the window, or if not, then you can go on my actual YouTube page, youtube.com/justplainzack, and there you can find the button to become a member. It doesn't always work on your phones, so you may need to use your computer. Once you hit subscribe, you should be able to hit join and join the membership. Thank you, Mallory. Thank you, guys. You can always keep up with me and follow my adventures at Just Plain Zack, or you can follow the podcast at No Filter with Zack. Again, subscribe. Try Drive from Wines, drivefromwines.com/Zack. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I will talk to you all soon. Stay tuned. There's a lot of good announcements. All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Members only, starting in about like 5-ish minutes. You'll get a notification once I'm live on members only. All right, guys. Love you. Mean it. Ciao for now.